closed? I can hear you munching those chips from way over here.
I've got my mouth closed.
No, you haven't. It's open.
Well, that's because I'm talking. When I'm eating, it's closed.
You must be hearing the echo from inside his head.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Hey, Mr. Kelly, bop to another channel.
Hey, what for?
Quick, Dad!
What do you want about?
Oh, hurry up, Dad. I'm going for 3 in a row.
What's 3 in a row?
Give it to me.
What?
There! I got it twice.
What twice?
Oh, it's the K's of Perfects commercial. You know, there's this stunning bird in these little knickers, and all the old ladies are complaining about him.
Oh.
And now for the big one. Can we get 3 in a row? Go for it, Dad.
No, don't change the channel.
Oh, no.
That's terrible.
Now look what you've done.
There's Mrs. Marsh and it's too tough enough.
We get 2 knicker commercials and then we got Mrs. Marsh.
Now, that's really going from the sublime to the ridiculous, isn't it? What was that?
What was what, Dad?
I just heard something go bang.
It's just a storm, Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, Dad, things are always going bang in storms.
Yeah, maybe something fell down.
Well, of course something fell down. I heard it go bang. Well, I want to know what it was that fell down.
Why?
Well, I don't know, Nudge. Call it vulgar curiosity, if you like. But when something goes bang in a storm, I want to know what it is. OK, everyone up and look.
Oh, come on, Dad.
No, Simon. You check out the front. I'll check outside the office. Deborah, go and check the backyard. I don't know. One of these days, the end of the world will happen, and they'll all be too lazy to get up and look, and then they'll miss it. And they'll wonder where everyone's gone.
Nothing out here, Dad. Oh, you must have imagined it.
Oh, I did not. Gee, that drives you mad. Something goes bang, and you don't know what it is. Oh, look, something went bang, so something must have fallen down.
Something has.
What?
The back fence.
What, the back fence?
It's fallen down.
The back fence has fallen down?
I know, Dad. I just told you, remember?
She's right, Dad. I heard her.
You can't just stroll in here and say, the back fence has fallen down. You got to walk in here and say, oh, my God, the back fence has fallen down. It's the end of the world.
What am I, chicken licking?
Well, don't just sit there. Do something.
Dad, what is it you want us to do?
I know. I'll set fire to it and hurl myself onto the funeral pyre.
Oh, you two don't seem to realise the back fence has fallen down.
You keep saying that.
Maybe it has some hidden significance for him.
No, good news, Mr. Kelly.
What's that, Nudge?
You know that big bang? Well, wasn't the fridge. All the food's safe.
Dad, why do you keep staring at the fence? It isn't going to do anything.
Oh, that's what you say. I mean, you could have said that yesterday, and look what happened. Bang, it fell down.
Well, what do you expect it to do this morning? Fall up again?
I don't believe it. It's grieving over a fence.
Oh, Dad, close the door. There's a draft from where the fence used to be.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Hey, just a minute. You're right.
Oh, come on, Dad.
Well, it'd drive you mad, wouldn't it? I mean, nothing's built to last these daes. Fence has only been up for a few years, and look what happens. First puff of wind, bang, down it goes.
Dad, if that puff of wind had been a little stronger, they would have named it Hurricane Zelda.
Besides, it's been there for years.
Oh, it has not.
When was it built?
When you were 1. We had to build it to stop you from crawling next door and biting the neighbour's dog.
Well, that's 16 years. That's not bad.
Nothing's built to last anymore.
Dad, a year in a fence's life is the equivalent of 7 human years. By that reckoning, it's about 112 years old.
Dad, it had a good innings.
Oh, that's dogs, not fences.
Hi, Mr. Kelly. Hi, everyone.
Morning, Nudge. Gee, you're a bit early, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I took a shortcut.
Yeah, what's your cut?
I came across the backyards. Your fence has fallen down, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know. What am I going to do?
Nudge, did you have to remind him?
Well, what's the problem, Mr. Kelly? It's no big deal getting a fence built.
Well, the big deal is I've got to deal with Mrs. Cranny next door, and you know what she's like.
Yeah, well, remember when we were 12, she used to throw rocks at us.
Yeah, she did it again just then when I cut across her backyard. Oh, tell you what, she's been practicing.
Dad, why are we having this feud with Mrs. Cranny? It's been going on as long as I can remember.
Oh, it's just because of some simple thing Simon did when he was 6.
Yeah, I turned the hose on her niece one day.
Why'd you turn the hose on her?
Well, she was making fun of my Winky.
Your what?
My Winky, you remember? The little glove puppet you gave me when I was a kid.
Mr. Winky is my name.
Well, anyway, my back fence has fallen down. I've got to deal with that ogre next door.
Dad, don't worry. Look, as far as the law is concerned, she has to pay for half the fence, so she will.
Well, Deborah, as far as the law was concerned, Hitler should never have started World War II, but he did. Oh, Betty, only I'm sorry I'm late,
Kelly, what time do you call this?
Yeah, well, yes. I know, but you see...
Mr. Kelly, how can we be expected to have an ongoing, efficient boss and secretary situation if you're going to waltz in here at all hours of the day?
Well, I said I'm sorry I'm late, but...
Oh, and now I suppose you're going to trot out some far-fetched excuse that nobody in their right mind would believe.
I certainly am not.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Oh. At least when I'm late, I do you the courtesy of trotting out some far-fetched excuse that nobody
All right. You want a far-fetched excuse? I'll give you a far-fetched excuse.
Very good. Well, go ahead.
The fence fell down.
And?
And what?
I mean, that's it. The fence fell down. That's all.
Well,
Oh, goodness. And when did this happen?
Oh, about 9:30 last night, during that terrible storm.
And you call that an excuse?
Well, what's wrong with it?
Oh, where's the passion? Where's the drama? Where's the intrigue? A good excuse always has at least one of them. A really great excuse has them all.
Well, I am sorry.
Oh, no. It is simply not good enough. You arrive here late, and you disrupt our working day, and then you simply say, the fence fell down. Unless
Unless what?
it fell on you.
What fell on me?
The fence, it fell on you, and you were trapped under it, and you had to dig your way out, and it's taken you, oh, God, all this time.
No, Betty, the fence did not fall on me.
Are you sure?
It simply fell down. I've been out there seeing if I could prop it up again.
Oh, could you?
No, I couldn't. I'll have to get in a fencing contractor to rebuild it. God knows how much that's going to cost.
Well, your next-door neighbours have to go halves with you anyway.
Well, Betty, it's not that simple. Mrs. Cranny is a sour, skin-flinty old troll.
Well, maybe you ought to do what my dad did in Walgett when our fence fell down.
Oh, what'd he do?
He drove our cattle into the next-door property, and the people next door put up their fences pretty quickly once that happened.
Yes, well, it's a good idea, but I don't have any cattle.
No. Well, you could always drive Nudge in there, but...
Mrs. Cranny might be a sour, skin-flinty old troll, but she's not that bad.
Hi, Dad, we're home.
Oh, yeah, so you are.
Oh, Dad, don't tell me you're still grieving over that fence.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Deb. I can't help it. It's just that I feel naked without it. I keep looking over my shoulder to see who's staring at me.
Well, did you talk to Mrs. Cranny?
Yeah, I tried to. I saw her this morning, but you know what her reaction was?
What, she threw a rock at you?
No. She said, I'm a poor old lady and I can't go spending money on fences.
Well, Dad, maybe she can't afford it.
Oh, rubbish. That old skinflint's rolling in money. I know what she'll do. She'll wait till I can't stand it any longer, and then I'll pay to get the fence built, and I'll never get the money out of it.
Hey, Dad, this is really getting to you, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. I just can't stand the idea of being ripped off. It bugs me to know I've been bested.
Yeah, particularly by a little old lady.
Yeah, right.
I mean, because you'd have to feel like a right wally knowing that a sweet little old granny's made an idiot out of you. And to know that everyone's laughing at you and saying, hey, there's that ding-a-ling who was ripped off by the little old lady. No, you're right, Mr. Kelly, I agree with you.
Nudge, if you agree with me one more time, I'll do something disagreeable to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, with a can opener.
I just don't understand it. Just no pleasing some people.
Police officer, hold it! Come on, your hands in the air!
This is ridiculous.
Dad, be quiet.
I mean, who ever heard of real detectives going around with 3-day-old 5 o'clock shadows?
Dad.
And how come they never tear their designer jeans?
Oh, I hate it when he's like this.
And anyway, what sort of policeman can afford to drive around in Ferraris?
Queensland ones.
Still on your mind, isn't it?
What is?
The fence and Mrs. Cranny.
Oh, what'd you have to remind me of that for?
Dad, just admit it. Simon's right. That's why you're so picky about the television.
I am not being
Look,
picky.
Dad, you're going to have to learn to relax. Get your mind off your troubles.
Well, how am I going to do that?
Well, it's easy, Mr. Kelly. You see, your mind is like a large barrel.
And your brain is like a small bucket.
And you have to pour away all the bad karma, empty it of everything inside. That's what I do.
Yeah? Why do you bother? It's been leaking for years. Anyway, what's he on about?
That's a meditation term, Dad. We're learning it from one of the guys at the golf course.
Yeah, he's a Maharaja.
He's a Maharishi.
Is he? Wow, that too.
Simon, I know you're gullible, but don't tell me you're thick enough to fall for all that mystic mumbo-jumbo.
It's not mumbo-jumbo, Dad. You'd be surprised at the sort of things people can accomplish with meditation.
Oh, like what?
Well, you can achieve inner peace and self-realization.
Big deal.
And harmony with nature and the life force all around us.
It's a load of rubbish.
And one of the girls even used meditation to lose weight.
You're kidding.
This meditation is powerful stuff.
Well, would it work on a few inches around the hips?
Oh, Deborah, you don't need to lose weight.
Dad, I'm getting fat.
Oh, why do women always say that? Deborah, you're as fat as a whip handle. Anyway, Simon, what's this Maharishi's name?
Keith.
Keith? Keith? What sort of name is that for a Maharishi? I mean, everyone knows Maharishis have got names like Maharishi Good Gosh or Maharishi Oh My Golly. Who ever heard of Maharishi Keith?
Dad, he's a simple man trying to show the way to those who want to believe. If you'd taken some phony Indian name, you'd be the first to say he was a fraud.
Well, maybe.
Oh, look, come on, Dad, just try meditating. You'll see how it calms you, relaxes you, makes you forget all your troubles.
Yeah, go on, Dad. You've got to learn to open your mind to the great mysteries that surround us. Now, how much weight will I lose the first time?
Oh, I don't know if it always works the first time.
All right, well, let's just get on with it. It's not getting any slimmer just sitting here, you know?
Okay, look, everyone ready? Say,
Why?
What, why?
Why do we have to say
Because that's a general purpose mantra and it helps get rid of the bad karma and the disturbing vibrations from your mind.
You're kidding.
No, really, look.
Now my mind is completely empty.
Your mind was completely empty before we started. And anyway, how can sitting here saying Om get rid of all my troubles?
Yeah, how can it make me lose weight?
Yeah.
Well, it's like...
I think we should just chant whatever it is that's worrying us. Dad, you chant fence and I'll chant kilos. 1, 2, 3.
Very funny.
I don't think it worked.
Listen, Simon, you're not paying anything to this Maharishi Keith, are you?
No, of course not, Dad.
Oh, that's all right then.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Now, we pay him on Thursday when he gives us our personal mantras.
Your personal mantra? Well, what's wrong with Om?
Dad, Om is a general purpose mantra, but each of us has a personal mantra.
Yeah, and it's different for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so once Maharishi Keith has studied our auras and the personal force field that surrounds us, he tells us our personal mantra, and it's really powerful stuff.
I think I'm going to need one of those too. I've been going on, but I haven't lost a gram.
Yeah, thank you for the information. Yours faithfully, Martin Kelly.
Architect.
Architect. All right, pencils down, finished. Right, now, Betty, could you read that back, please?
Oh, very well.
Betty,
Yes, Mr. Collins?
do you think you can possibly do it out loud so I can hear it too?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I often wonder why you asked me to read it out when I'm going to be reading it anyway when I'm typing it. It seems silly to do it twice because if
Just read it back.
Very well. 2 Clark and Walkers, still fabricators. I know the address, I know the address.
What? What did I say that twice for?
Oh, you didn't. You always say that, and then I repeat what you said, and so I always write it down twice.
That's...
But it hardly takes any time at all, because I do it in shortcut.
Shorthand! Shorthand! You do it in shorthand. Shortcut is something you get from a butcher.
Oh, well, anyway. Dear Mr. Clark, thank you for the information you sent me on the welded steel structural frames. Maybe that is what I need to hold up that bloody fence.
What?
That's what it says. It goes on. Obviously, the last thing any of us need is a partial or complete collapse. Although, with any luck, it might fall down on that old troll's head next door.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, Mr. Yes, you did. If it's down here in shortcut, you said it.
Well, look, give me a look at that. Oh, I can't read this. It's in shortcut. Where's the bit about the old troll?
Yeah, see that squiggly bit there? That's old. And see, I didn't know what the shortcut was for trolls, so I sort of drew one. cute, isn't it?
Listen, Betty, shut up. Is there anything else like that in there?
Well, there's something about Simon being conned by some mumbo-jumbo.
Oh, Maharishi.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wondered why you wanted all that in this letter.
Well, I don't. I was just saying those things as asides. I didn't intend you to write them down. In fact, I wasn't even aware that I was saying them out loud.
Well, Mr. Kelly, as your secretary, I cannot be expected to decide between what you are saying and what you think you are saying when you are dictating.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Betty. It's not your fault, for once.
Mr. Kelly, is anything the matter? You seem really, really distracted today.
Oh, yes, I know. I'm sorry, Betty. I'm upset about the old troll next door and the fence. I mean, it's not the money completely. It's the principle.
Well, maybe you should write her a solicitor's letter.
Saying what?
Well, you know, something like, Dear Mrs. Crenny, you better cough up your share of the fence money or else you'll be in big trouble. P.S. I'm a solicitor and I should know.
Well, Betty, I don't think that's going to frighten her. Maybe I should do what Simon suggested. You know, maybe I should meditate to forget all about it.
Meditate?
Yes, it's a form of thinking. You wouldn't know about it.
I think so too. We used to do it all the time in Walgett. We used to sit in a circle and like this and go, Golagambine, Golagambine.
Galagambone? I thought you were supposed to say Om.
No, we tried that at first, but it caused trouble with the cattle. They got confused.
Why?
Well, they thought we were saying moo backwards.
Look, Simon, this is not going to get the dinner cooked.
Look, Dad, who cares about dinner? Come on, try it once. You'll see how meditation soothes you. Now, come on, close your eyes. Now, get rid of all that bad karma. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. No, hang on, that should be in through the mouth and out through the nose. No, I was right the first time, yeah?
Oh, listen, can we get on with this before I hyperventilate?
Okay, just keep breathing deeply and say,
Oh, why can't I say your super mantra?
Well, I don't know what it is yet, but even if I did, you must never reveal your super mantra to another living soul or it loses power. Now, go on.
No, Mr. Kelly, Simon. Simon, what's for dinner?
Lamb.
Shut up, Nudge. Dad's meditating. Let the waves of meditation wash over you. Be at peace with your surroundings. Let the vibrations move with you, washing away destructive feelings until all the bad karma and negative thoughts have gone away.
Like the fence and Mrs. Clanny.
Oh, my God, I'm going to kill him!
Why did you do that for? I was working.
I was only trying to help.
Hi, everyone. What's going on?
Oh, I was just trying to meditate to get rid of all my bad karma, but he's still here.
Did you lose any weight?
Oh, that's the point, Mr. Kelly. You are looking slimmer.
Oh, shut up. What's that you got to do?
Oh, it was in the letterbox. It's addressed to you.
Oh, must be the quote for the fence.
Dad, can I borrow $90?
90 bucks? What for 90 bucks?
Well, Maharishi Keith is divining our personal mantras tonight.
And you're going to pay him 90 bucks? You're mad.
Dad, it's not a payment as such. It's a donation.
Oh, look, you're all crazy. Anyway, how come I get to make the donation and you're the ones that get the super mantra?
Well, Dad, I'll pay you back tomorrow. She said I couldn't get to the bank today.
Oh, well, all right. Just make sure you do. Oh, you can't be serious.
What's up, Mr. Kelly?
Oh, this quote. I asked for a paling fence, not the Great Wall of China. Well, that settles it. Now I'm going to have to ask Cranny for her share.
Oh, well, at least you know now why they call them a paling fence.
Why?
Because when you find out what it costs to build one, you go pale.
Shalom. 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 Damn it, I've been out of this for 20 minutes and I haven't lost an ounce.
Oh, hi, Dad. What's all this shalom business?
Dad, where did you spring from?
Oh, I was just going to put the kettle on and I heard you shaloming all over the living room.
You mean you heard it?
Well, it was a bit hard to miss, you know. Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
You mean you heard my mantra?
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, of course I did. Why? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Dad, now it won't work. You're supposed to never reveal your personal matter to another living soul or it loses power.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
Oh, how could you do this to me, Dad? Now I've wasted my $90.
My $90.
And I haven't even lost any weight so far.
Oh, Deb, I'm sure it doesn't matter if I know about Shalom.
Stop saying it.
It doesn't matter. Look, I don't even care about it anyway, so I don't count.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Hey, Dad, what's going on?
Oh, I just heard Debbie shaloming all over the
Dad!
No, she was shazamming. She was going Shazam, Shazam.
Oh, look, it's too late now. They know.
You mean that's your personal mantra, Shalom?
Yeah.
The one you must never reveal to anyone.
Yeah, that's the one.
And the one that is yours and only yours and that is unique to you?
The one you paid Maharishi Keith $90 for?
Yeah, why are you so concerned?
Because he sold me the same one.
Yeah, and me. Oh, no wonder he didn't want us to tell anyone what it was.
Dirty, lying, cheating.
Debbie.
Shalom, wait till I see him again.
He can't. He's gone interstate to spread the word to other believers.
Oh, what word?
Shalom.
I see your problems are over, Mr. Kelly. Mrs. Cranny's got a guy over there building the fence at top speed.
Ah, I wondered if it'd work.
What did you do? Threaten her?
No, it was Betty's idea, actually.
Oh, the solicitor said it worked.
No, the goat worked.
The goat?
Yeah, I borrowed it from Stan for a couple of weeks. As soon as Mrs. Cranny saw it, she couldn't start building that fence soon enough.
La cucaracha, ah, cha 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 cha. La cucaracha, ah, cha 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 cha.
Uh-oh, I was afraid of this. You've eaten so many Fruit Loops, you've finally become one.
No, that's where you're wrong. These aren't Fruit Loops. I'm a grown man. You won't catch me eating Fruit Loops.
Then what are you eating?
Waggy Wheats! I buy them for the interesting and educational quizzes they have on the pack.
How many wonderful wacky wheat flakes are there in every pack of wacky wheats? Answer, 27.
See, isn't that interesting? I never knew that before.
Dad, that's not many wacky wheats to have in a pack.
Oh, well, you see, that's all we've got room for after they enclose your friendly Waldo the Wacky Wheat Whirly Whizzer.
What's a whirly whizzer?
Don't you know? Oh, it's a piece of plastic, you see, shaped like Waldo the Wacky Wheat, and he's got his arms and legs stretched out like this, you see, and he's got a string through his eyes, and then you put them around your fingers like this, and you whirl him round and you go, whiz, whiz. What are you asking these questions for anyway? Aren't you supposed to be going to school? And what is this you're wearing?
Oh, there's something. I'm always wearing this.
Oh, not to school, you're not. That's not a school jumper.
I can wear it if I take a note.
Well, I'm not writing you a note.
That's all right. I've already written one.
Jenny, you can't do that. That's deceitful. Anyway, no one would believe you.
They have every other time.
Every other time? How many times have you done this?
Well, let's see. There was last term when I had the flu, and a couple of weeks later when I went to the dentist.
Oh, Jenny, I wrote you the notes for them.
I couldn't use those notes, Dad. They were awful.
Why? What was wrong with them?
Well, you said I'd had the flu and I'd been to the dentist.
Well, you had.
Yeah, but teachers never believe that.
Well, what did you say?
Well, in the first one I said I'd been nursing you back to health after your nervous breakdown. And in the second one I said that you'd been hit by a bus on the way to collect your pension.
My pension, my nervous breakdown. What did you say about me this time? Dear sir, owing to my unfortunate drinking problem... You wouldn't happen to write for Days of Our Lives, would you? Owing to my unfortunate drinking problem, I can't afford to buy Jenny a proper school jumper. Please be really nice to her. She's had a hard life. You was faithful. Jenny, that's appalling.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Dad, but I'd used up all the really good excuses.
Yes, well, you won't be using this excuse this time. And anyway, Jenny, that's not true about your jumper. I bought you a brand new one yesterday.
I can't wear that, Dad. It's so daggy, all the kids would laugh at me.
Oh, they will not. That jumper is a genuine copy of a No Frills original. It's made from the finest polyester $24.95 can buy. Now, go and put it on.
Dad!
No, this minute.
What's upsetting Jenny?
Well, from what I can understand, the fact that I'm not an alcoholic.
Well, I'd be upset if you were an alcoholic.
There you go. You see, I just can't win. My, you're cheerful this morning.
Am I?
Yes, like a politician with a pay rise. What's going on?
Nothing, Dad. You know me. I'm just a naturally happy, easygoing, fun-loving person.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Deb. Ready for your big day with Bradley tonight?
It's not a big date. Tiffany and I are just going out with a couple of guys.
Ha! That's like Rupert Murdoch saying he's just going out to buy a newspaper. Dad, Deb's had her eye on Bradley for months. He's supposed to be the biggest spunk at art school.
Is that all you can say, Dad? Uh-huh.
No, I also say, ooh.
That's what I like about you, Dad. You're so mature.
And articulate.
Simon, do you know what articulate means?
No, Dad, I've never been good at words.
Look, Simon, isn't it about time you went to work?
Oh, there's no rush. That's a great thing about being a greenkeeper. You can be 20 minutes late and your customers won't uproot and walk away.
Well, they might if they knew you and Nudge were coming.
Anyway, I've got to wait till Nudge gets here.
Ah, there you go. See, Jenny, you look terrific in your new jumper. I don't know what you were worried about.
Dad, all the kids are going to laugh at me.
Why should they?
Because it's such a daggy jumper. The colours here are too wide, the V-neck's all wrong, and it's about 10 sizes too big.
Well, Jenny, you'll grow into it.
Dad, I've only got 7 years of school left.
Jenny, there's nothing wrong with a jumper. Trust me, it's just an ordinary, everyday school jumper, and no one is going to make fun of you.
Hey, everyone. I'm Mr. Kelly. Hey, Jenny, love the daggy jumper.
See? Even Nudge thinks it's daggy. It's worse than I thought.
I'm glad I didn't say I hated it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, what's the matter, Mr. Kelly? You've been like a sore with a bare head all day.
Oh, look, I just don't understand Jenny. I mean, I've always bought her clothes for her, and now all of a sudden she doesn't like them.
Oh, well, maybe they changed the fashions on you when you weren't looking.
Yeah, they do that, don't they? It's like the time everyone stopped wearing flares and no one told me.
Have flares gone out of fashion? Well, they're still wearing them in Walgett.
I thought they were still wearing animal skins in Walgett.
Well, if Jenny doesn't like what you buy her, why don't you get someone else to take her shopping?
Oh, who could shop better for Jenny than her father?
Oh, I could.
I don't want her wearing flared animal skins.
Well, what about Debbie?
No, I don't want her wearing them either.
No, I mean to go shopping with her.
Oh, no. Don't be silly. Debbie's too young.
Oh, Mr. Keller, I'm sure she could take Jenny shopping without any drama. You may not have noticed, but Debbie's turning into a very mature, responsible young woman.
You were saying?
My life is ruined. It's over. Finished. Kaput. It's the end of the world.
Something wrong, Deb?
Tiffany, I'll rip her false eyelashes off and shove them down her throat.
Okay, what's Tiff done now?
She's got a cold.
Well, Deb, I can think of a few less drastic cures. Although, acupuncture's good if you want to cure someone and hurt them at the same time.
I had acupuncture once.
Oh, yeah? What for?
Pins and needles.
Did it cure them?
Only the pins. Somehow I stuck with the noodles.
What's this latest tiff with Tiff about, Dad?
Oh, Dad, look, I'm supposed to be going out with Brad tonight, but he won't go unless I get him a date with his best friend, James. And Tiffany's cancelled out at the last minute.
Well, why don't you just call someone else?
Because they had so much in common. I mean, James is a young, successful and extremely wealthy stockbroker, and Tiffany's a grasping, money-mad social climber.
Well, forget Tiffany. If he's as good as you say, I'll go out with him.
Thanks, Dad, but I think I'll just go to my B list.
What's your B list?
Oh, they're my second best friends.
You mean you categorise your friends in lists?
Oh, I do that, Mr. Kelly. I list them according to the type of car.
Oh, Betty, that's even worse. You can't judge your friends by the type of car they drive.
No. The type of car they look like. For instance, Stan is a ute, and Debbie's a cute little Honda Civic, and Mrs. Pocklington's a fully laden semi-trailer.
And how do you see Dad?
He's definitely a Volvo.
Oh, you mean solid and dependable.
No, I mean all shy and no go.
Oh, where have you been? I've been waiting for you for hours.
Oh, never guess what they made us do at work today.
Work?
How'd you guess?
Yeah, there's this new head greenkeeper at the golf course, and he's going to give someone the sack tomorrow.
Yeah, he reckons we're overstaffed, and everyone's wondering who's going to go. So that's why we worked back today, to impress him.
Oh, and did you?
I think so. He said he'd never seen a sand trap growing daffodils before.
Yes, and I'm just going to stay the night so I can get an early start on those sand traps tomorrow.
Oh, you must be exhausted. Please, just sit down. I'll make you a cup of tea. Oh, look, put your feet up on something.
Oh, what about me?
Yeah, put them up on Nudge.
Debbie, what do you want?
What do you mean?
Well, the last time you were this nice to me, I ended up being a nude model for one of your drawing classes. You're after something.
Oh, well, Simon, now that you've mentioned it, there is just a little favour I'd like to ask you.
Well, does it involve me taking my clothes off?
Yuck, I hope not.
No, nothing like that. I was just wondering whether I could borrow your little black book.
Not the Bible! No, you can't have that. It's sacred. No woman has looked in there and lived.
No, just because no woman has looked in there.
Well, maybe. But do you want to be the first?
Look, Simon, I wouldn't ask if I didn't need it.
Well, but I thought you disapproved of my little black book. Don't I recall you saying it was sexist to compile a list of girls' telephone numbers?
Well, not if it's to help out your sister. Look, Tiffany can't make it tonight, and I need to find someone to go out with James. And one of your girlfriends would be ideal. You know, someone not too bright who's impressed by surface good looks and shallow wits.
Is that what James is like?
No, that's what you're like.
Now, what's James like?
Oh, he's great. He's tall, young, good-looking, rich.
Get it, I'd never see her again.
Oh, I don't know. She'd probably invite you to a wedding.
Please, Simon, I'm desperate. Look, the man of my dreams is about to walk out of my life unless some reasonably presentable single woman walks into it.
Yeah?
Yes, or even a not-too-presentable single woman. Or even a totally unpresentable single woman. Or even a woman.
Well, I'll be off then. What is it? What are you looking at? Oh, has Mr. Kelly put one of those silly signs on my back again? I don't know why he bothers. I mean, I never know they're there.
Betty, what are you doing tonight?
Well, I was planning on vacuuming the cat.
Vacuum the cat.
Yeah. Oh, well, I find it a bit easier than vacuuming the sofa when it's been on it.
Let's get out of here now. This is all beginning to make sense.
Betty, would you mind just putting up with the furry sofa just for one evening to go out on a double date with me?
Oh, I'd love to. What, just as the two of us?
No, with two guys.
Oh, you mean a double date? The four of us together?
Yeah, that's right.
Two of us together and the two them together.
No, I go out with Brad and you go out with James.
Oh, so we get a guy each.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What a great idea. I've never done that before.
Look, Jenny, I'm sorry. I didn't realise your new shoes and skirt would cause you so much embarrassment. but I think you've made your point. You can get rid of the bag.
Dad, I feel really, really embarrassed. Tracy Campbell teased me all afternoon.
Well, I'm sorry, Jenny. You're just going to have to get used to those sort of things. I mean, when I first got my glasses, all the kids at school called me Four Eyes and gave me Chinese burns.
What school was that?
Sunday school. It was a tough neighbourhood.
Well, if you got teased then, you know how it feels. Dad, I feel really, really embarrassed.
Oh, Jenny, you're really upset by all this, aren't you?
Yeah, Dad. I mean, a girl likes to look her best. But you wouldn't know about those things.
Yeah, because I'm a man.
No, because you've got the dress sense of a wombat.
Have I?
Yeah, well, that's what Debbie said.
Is that right?
Ta-da!
What, ta-da?
Dad, my outfit for tonight. What do you think?
What would a wombat know about these things? What? Look, Deb, I don't see how Bradley could resist you.
See, it's not fair. Debbie gets to look like someone off the cover of Vogue, and I get to dress like a drowned Cabbage Patch doll.
Well, Jenny, not even Joan Collins got to wear outfits like this when she was your age.
Why did you buy her clothes as well?
I don't think Jenny likes the clothes I bought for her.
Well, Dad, you got to admit it. I mean, you're not exactly Yves Saint Laurent.
All right, I'll admit it. I don't even know who he is.
Dad, Yves Saint Laurent is one of the world's top fashion designers.
Well, Deb, I'm hardly an expert in fashion.
I could have told you that.
Look, Dad, I know you try hard, but don't you think it'd be a bit better if someone who knew a bit more about women's clothing took Jenny shopping?
Would you, Deb?
Have either of you two been talking to Betty?
No.
Oh, well, in that case, Deb, look, if you don't mind, could you take Jenny shopping tomorrow and exchange some of the things I bought for her for something she'll at least wear?
Oh, thanks, Dad. What time can we leave tomorrow, Deb?
Not too early. I'm going out tonight.
Ah, so you finally got someone from the Z list to go on the big double date.
Well, not exactly. I had to go beyond the Z list.
You had to go beyond the Z list? Sounds like a science fiction film.
Oh, Betty, you look great.
And you complain about my dress sense.
Well, you ready to party, Deb?
Betty, we're going out to dinner, not to a disco.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, if we were going to a disco, I'd wear something really outrageous.
Don't worry, Deb. The Poisson d'Or is a dimly lit restaurant. You'd be able to stick Betty in the corner and she could pass for an exotic plant.
I hope they don't try to water her.
Dad, I think that outfit will glow in the dark.
Well, at least you'll be able to see what you're eating.
Do you mind keeping it down in here? We're trying to get some sleep.
Yeah, we've got to get up for work in the morning, and all this noise is keeping us awake.
Well, Simon, I must say I'm impressed. You're doing a lot to keep this job.
You mean getting up at dawn?
No, I mean sharing a room with Nudge. His snoring has been known to shake whole buildings.
Oh, so that's why whenever I wake up in the morning, my furniture's always rearranged.
Dad, it's really important we get some sleep. We've got 22 greens to take care of before the boss gets in.
Simon, even I know a golf course has only got 18 holes.
Well, normally, but today we put in an extra 4. I think the head greenkeeper's going to be really impressed. Hey, Simon, this is interesting. How many Wacky Wheats flakes do you reckon you can get in a packet? No, actually, there's 27.
27, we're late.
No, we're not. It's only 4:15.
Oh, 4:50.
Come on, Simon. We have to get up to go to work if you don't want to get the sack.
Oh, the sack. I'd love to hit the sack.
Look, yeah, have some Wacky Weeks flakes. They'll wake you up. And where's the Whirly Whizzer?
Dad's probably got it. He's got the whole set.
The whole set? You mean the Fun Buzzer, the Bull Roarer and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, so far I've only got Waldo the Wacky Wheats Curly Toot.
The what?
Curly Toot.
What's a curly toot?
Told you Wacky had to wake up, didn't I?
Whatever happened to the good old snap, crackle and pop? I don't think any job's worth all of this. I mean, it's only a way of getting money.
Are you kidding? This is the best job in the world. Oh, I love the smell of fertiliser in the morning. The ripple of the wind on the water hazards, the little ferns looking up at me and smiling. Break my heart if I got the sack today. And what else would get you out of the home at 4:30 in the morning?
A firing squad. And on the whole, I'd much prefer a firing squad.
Uh-oh, no, it must be later than we thought. I mean, if Nudge and Simon are having breakfast, it must be 10 a.m.
Oh, no, it's earlier than we thought. Of Debbie and Betty getting home, it must be only about midnight.
It's 4:20, and if you don't mind, I'm going to bed.
Oh, what about that cup of coffee you promised?
All right.
Oh, I'll make that 4.
So, how did your date with Bradley go?
Oh, it's all right.
Fabulous.
Oh, he must have had a pretty good night out to be getting home at 4:20 in the morning.
Believe me, I've been trying to get home for hours, but at midnight, something very strange happens to Betty.
Well, she turns into a pumpkin?
No, she starts out as a pumpkin. At midnight, she turns into Bopping Betty, the all-night rager.
When you come from work and you have to learn to make your own entertainment.
After dinner, she took us to this 1960s nightclub called the Electric Periwinkle. I've never seen anything so bizarre.
What, the people or the decor?
No, Betty doing the Watusi. She danced the Gucci's on poor James.
No, that wasn't the Watusi. That was a walk at Ramble.
What sort of dance is that?
Well, it's really not so much a dance, it's more a way of life. Because when you grow up around cattle, you learn to be very careful where you put your first.
What's going on?
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Kelly.
Deborah, what do you mean by getting home at 4:30 in the morning?
I'm sorry, Dad, but we couldn't get home any earlier.
Oh, Debbie and Betty went to the Electric Gucci.
Yeah, and Betty took James's periwinkles off.
Thank you, Simon and Nudge, but I'm sure Debbie's excuse will make more sense. Deborah?
Well, basically, Dad, after dinner, we all went dancing.
Oh, Deb, that's still no excuse for getting home at this time in the morning.
Well, Bradley's flat kept us busy for a few hours.
You went to his flat.
No, Dad, he's flat tire.
Oh, come on, Deb. It doesn't take a few hours to fix a flat tyre.
It does when you lost the car keys.
Yes, and we wouldn't be home yet, except we're able to find them through the light of Betty's outfit.
Ah, the workers return. So, how was the big day of reckoning at the golf course?
Oh, I've never worked so hard in all my life.
Never guess what they made us do today.
Tear up 4 greens and pull a whole lot of flowers out of the sand traps?
How do you know?
Well, I just know how narrow-minded and set in their ways certain golf course owners can be.
Yeah, you'd think they'd jump at the chance of 4 extra greens. I mean, more players, more money.
Some of those sand traps were works of art. I mean, vast expanses of red, yellow and purple flowers. Couldn't see the sand anywhere.
Anyway, how was the big day of reckoning? You haven't told me. Did either of you get the sack?
No.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
No, Simon quit. I still reckon you're mad, mate. Well, see you later.
You quit?
Dad, they have this policy. Last hired, first fired. And Nudge and I were the newest employees, so one of us had to go. I decided it should be me.
Gee, Simon, I don't know what to say.
Well, the job really means a lot to Nudge. He loves it. Anyway, I'd be quitting next year to do engineering.
True.
So it seemed like the perfect solution. Anyway, I'll find another job.
Simon, you're in great danger of being noble here.
Oh, no, I'm not being noble. I just couldn't face another 4 a.m. breakfast with Nudge.
Oh, Dad, you made the right decision in letting me go shopping with Jenny.
Oh, really? You didn't buy anything?
No, even better than that. We came across the most amazing bargain.
Amazing is right.
Oh, wow. Let's see it.
Okay?
That's it?
Yeah, isn't it wonderful?
Deborah, I sent you out to exchange a jumper, a skirt, a pair of shoes and a dozen pair of socks, and that's all you come back with?
Well, Dad, I thought the other jackets were too expensive.
Don't you think it's a little bit too big for Jenny?
No, isn't it great? We can wear the same size.
If I ever get to wear it, Dad, it's not fair.
Well, I'm sorry, Jenny. You wanted Deb to buy your clothes for you.
Yeah, well, I've changed my mind. From now I want you to buy them for me.
Ah, because you realise I know best.
No, because at least you won't wear them.
I say it's nice to walk in here for once and see you're not rotting your brain, staring mindlessly at the television.
Oh, he's right. We forgot to turn it on.
Yes, well, you wouldn't know about this, but this is what we used to do before we had television.
Well, what did you put in the empty corner of the room then?
The wireless.
The waterless?
The wireless.
What's a wireless?
A radio.
Oh, you mean like a tranny?
Oh, no, nothing like a tranny. These were huge. You had to knock down walls to get them in the house.
Yeah?
Yeah, the one we had was like a big old Gothic building in New York, had a big dial right in the middle that used to glow in the dark.
So you had this giant prehistoric radio set, right?
Right, yeah, we didn't sit around staring mindlessly at the television.
So what was on this radio?
Oh, good programs, comedies, plays. We used to listen to them every night.
Doing what?
Well, sitting around staring mindlessly at the radio, I suppose. Some people used to do knitting, but I was never any good at that.
So they had music on these giant machines?
Oh, yeah, we used to listen to the Hit Parade.
The Hit Parade? What a boxing program, was it?
Oh, it was music. They used to play the top 8.
The top 8 what?
Songs.
You mean they only had 8 songs in the whole world?
No, of course they didn't. They had hundreds, but they only ever used to play 8.
Why?
Well, because obviously they were the best songs in the world.
Yeah? Name 3.
Well, there was Put Another Nickel in the Nickelodeon.
You're kidding.
Or Sipping Soda Through a Straw.
Sipping soda through a straw?
Yeah. Or A White Sports Coat and a Pink Carnation.
Who sang that? Bernard King?
Dad, it's not exactly head-banging rock and roll, is it?
Oh, it was good. It was fun.
Let's just summarise what we've learned about your frenetic childhood. You had these giant prehistoric radios that only played 8 songs, and you also sit around and watch it glow in the dark.
Gee, life moves at 100 miles an hour and you're a kid.
Oh, look, it wasn't that bad. You're just making it sound bad.
What does make it sound bad, Dad?
Do your homework.
I've done it.
Then brush your teeth.
I have.
Well, go to bed.
Dad, it's only 7:30.
Good. You can have an early night.
What are you picking on me for?
Because he lost with us.
Oh, rubbish. I did not. Anyway, where are you going, Jen?
I'm going to go and feed my meat-eating plant.
Oh, Dad, why did you have to buy her that carnivorous plant? It's disgusting.
Don't worry, Deb. I'm training it to be a vegetarian.
Yeah, how are you doing that?
I'm feeding it raisins instead of dead flies. I figure it's a dumb plant. How will it know the difference?
Come on, mate, it's your turn.
What are you playing, anyway?
Something fast-moving, pacey and very dangerous.
Oh, yeah, what?
Tiddlywinks.
In my day, we used to play chess. Anyway, tiddlywinks is moronic, and it's certainly not dangerous.
Yes, it is. I just tiddled right in my eye.
That's why they call them tiddlywinks.
Morning, Dad. Morning, Debbie.
Morning, Jen.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, is it all right if Griselda has breakfast with us?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Griselda? Who's Griselda?
A meat-eating plant.
Why did you call her Griselda?
Because that sounded like someone who'd eat dead flies.
Jenny, I thought you were feeding it raisins.
Yeah, well, I tried, but she didn't like them. She spent all night spitting them out.
Oh, Jenny?
And it kept me awake because they kept pinging off the nightlight.
Dad, we can stop.
Yes, please, Jenny. Spare us the gory details. Simon, your breakfast's on the table.
Coming, Dad!
Hey, Deb, can I use your knife?
Yeah, sure. What's wrong with yours?
Yours has got honey on it and the flies stick to it easier.
Oh, look what's going on there.
Debbie knocked over my jar of dead flies. Now she's going to have to help me pick them up.
I'm not touching those filthy things. Anyway, where'd you get so many dead flies from?
I collected them from all the windowsills.
That's disgusting. Well, why do flies go to windowsills to die?
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Sort of like the fabled elephant's graveyard. Yeah, what a pity flies hadn't got ivory. Would be worth a fortune.
Dad, can you make her take those disgusting things away from the table?
Oh, Dad!
No, Debbie's right. Have you got them all?
I think so. I'd better have Debbie. It took me hours to collect them.
All right, well, we'll take them away from here, and from now on, Griselda doesn't eat with us.
But she's one of the family.
She doesn't look like one of the family. Although she does bear a distinct resemblance to Nudge. Now, come on, take her away.
Come on, Griselda.
Simon!
Coming, Dad! Morning, everyone. Any coffee, Dad?
Yeah, coming up. Listen, don't you want some jam with that?
Oh, no, I never have jam on raisin toast.
It's not raisin toast.
Dad, how come he gets to have raisin toast and I don't?
It's not raisin toast.
Well, Dad, if these aren't raisins, what are they?
You're in big trouble, Debbie. You lost 7 of my flies.
Oh, God. I've eaten a fly.
That's 7 dead flies you owe me, Desmond.
Oh, God. I've eaten 3 flies.
Oh, Dad, it's not fair. Simon ate Griselda's dead flies.
Oh, God. I've eaten 3 dead flies.
Simon, I want my flies back.
Ah! I've been poisoned!
Simon, give me back my dead flies.
If you keep going on about them, you'll get back more than just 3 dead flies.
Dad, don't say that.
Hey, Mr. Kelly. How are things, Simon?
Oh, God, I've just eaten 3 dead flies!
Yeah? How were they?
Gangway!
If you find any flies, they're mine.
He looked too good, did he? Oh, maybe something he ate. Anyway, Mr. Kelly, are you ready for the challenge?
Challenge? What challenge?
My boy and you. 15 rounds on the chessboard. May the best man win.
Yeah, well, who is your boy?
Well, Simon, of course. And I'm his manager.
What are you on about?
Well, after your unkind remarks about tiddlywinks last night, we decided to challenge you to a no-holds-barred, knock-down, drag-out game of chess.
Oh, you both decided that, did you?
Well, actually, I decided it. But as I said, I'm his manager. I line up all his bouts.
Nudge, if you're so keen on this game, why don't you play, Dad?
Debbie, you simply don't understand how high-pressure competition works, do you?
Don't I?
Now, you see, as Simon's manager and trainer, I keep him honed to fine edge. I help him with overall strategy and the finer points of tactical play.
Really?
Yeah, and there's one other minor thing.
Yes, what's that?
Don't know how to play chess. Oh, raisin toast. Oh.
Now, where's Q got to? Eeny, meeny, miny. Q! Oh, missed.
Hi, Betty, how are things?
Oh, not bad, except we ran out of liquid paper again.
Again? But that was a brand new bottle this morning. What do you do with it? Drink it?
Oh, of course not.
Well, how did you use a whole bottle in 2 hours?
Well, I had to type a letter.
Used the whole bottle for 1 letter?
Well, it went 2 pages.
They're not pages. By the time you're finished with them, they're plasterboard. No wonder you can't bend them. They'd snap in half.
I do my best.
Really? I shudder to think what would happen if you did your worst. Now, any messages?
No. Oh, except for...
Oh, Betty, why do you always do that? I say, are there any messages? You say no, and then you say, except for.
Well, there weren't any messages. There was 1 message, and it was on the machine.
Well, what was the message?
No message. He just left his name, Peter K4. Suppose he wants you to ring him.
Peter K4? I don't know anyone named Peter K4.
Well, of course you do. You must. I mean, what would he ring you for if he didn't know you?
Well, I don't know. Did he leave a number?
No, he just said, Peter K4. You must know him. He sounds just like Simon.
Oh, hang on. Someone who sounds just like Simon rang and said, Peter K4.
Mr. Kelly, I already know that. I mean, the efficiency in this office is not going to improve if you keep telling me things I already know.
That's quite true, but the efficiency of the office will improve when I force feed you with your typewriter. Yes, oh. Now, follow me. Now, what is that?
It's a coffee table.
Oh, Betty, on the coffee table.
Mr. Kelly?
Betty, what is on the coffee table? It's a chess set.
Yeah. There you go again, telling me things I already know.
Yes, and Peter K4 is not someone's name, it's a move. You see, Simon and I are playing a chess game, and that's his opening move. See? Pawn to King 4.
Well, it would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I will confuse him utterly with my Sicilian defence.
Well, I would.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, now I'll have to ring him.
What for?
Well, to tell him about my move, of course.
Oh, good. Well, while you're ringing him...
Yes?
why don't you ask him if he knows Mr. K4's number?
I got it!
Mr. Kelly!
No.
Do that.
I know what Simon's trying to do, and I've got him.
Mr. Kelly!
Oh, shut up, woman. I'm trying to think. Now, if I go there, he'll go there. And then he's hoping that I'll go there. But if I go there, He'll think that my next move will be there, and then I'll have to bring my bishop across. Oh, damn it, he's got my knight.
I thought you said you had him.
Well, I did. I had the whole thing worked out, and you disturbed my train of thought. Now I don't know what I was going to do.
Well, it's perfectly obvious to me.
Oh, is it? Is it then? Well, what would you do in my place then?
I jump him.
You great halibut head, you don't jump in chess.
Well, you do in drafts.
Well, it's not the same game.
Well, then I'd huff him.
Huff him? What do you mean huff him?
Well, that's when he doesn't jump you can take him off the board.
Oh, well, look, that's drafts again.
Well, that's how we used to do it when I played with Stan.
Well, why'd you call it huffing?
Because whenever I did that, he went off in a huff.
Well, I can't huff Simon.
Well, you got to do something. You're driving me crazy.
Betty, it wasn't me that did that.
No, I mean, honestly, you've been impossible all day. Keep jumping up and saying, oh, I've got it. And then you rush in here and you mumble, oh, no, if I move this here and then I'll move that way and then he moves that way. I mean, how much architecting have you actually done today?
Well, a lot. Well, a bit. Oh, look, Betty, I've been thinking. I mean, you don't have to have a pick in your hand to be working.
That's as may be, but yeah, do have to have a cow in your hand to be milking.
Well, yeah. Hey?
Well, admit it, Mr. Kelly. You've been thinking about chess all day.
Oh, well, look, Betty, there's a lot riding on this game.
Uh-huh. How much have you bet?
Well, nothing, except my self-respect and dignity and future as father of this family.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
No, look, if Simon wins this game, I'll never hear the end of it.
Mr. Kelly, it is only our game. Now, you know, you'll have to stop disrupting our day and Simon's day and get some work done. Finish your game with Simon tonight and put it right out of your mind now.
All right, yes, thank you. You're right. I mean, I realise that it can be obsessive. Now you've pointed out to me, I'm over it.
No, no more chess tonight.
No more chess tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
No, thank you, Miss Wilson. I wonder if I move my knight forward, would it be...
Hi there. Is it safe around here?
Safe? What do you mean safe?
Well, you're not up to your knees in little insect corpses, are you?
Oh, come on, Deborah. You're not still going on about Griselda, are you?
Well, Dad, it's disgusting. I mean, you should never have bought that plant.
Oh, Debbie, it's just a plant.
It's not just a plant. It's a Rambo with roots. It's a killer plant.
It's simply a part of nature.
Dad, it lures little insects in and then mugs them. I mean, if nature were dope tested, it'd fail.
Deborah, I think you're overreacting just a little.
Dad, I'm a sensitive artist. I mean, I lie awake at night imagining I can hear the tortured cries of little flies.
Oh, come on.
And the munching of their little bones in the jaws of that monster.
Oh, Deborah, cut it out. You know Jenny loves nature study.
Yeah, I know, but she always picks the ugly part, like lizards and spiders.
Oh, really?
No, Dad, I mean, it's always things that are slimy or things that bite. I mean, sometimes they're slimy and they bite. Dad, there's a beautiful side to nature as well, an artistic side. I mean, if she could just see that, she'd grow to love it.
We are talking about Jenny.
Yeah?
The mini ninja. The junior jackdaw.
Dad, look, I bought her a present. It's an African violet. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's lovely. I don't know whether it's quite Jenny, but you can only try.
Trust me, she'll love it. Can you two keep the noise down, please?
Noise? What noise?
Well, you keep thumping those great chunks of wood around. I mean, how am I supposed to concentrate with all that noise?
Oh, Deborah, that wasn't noise. All I did was this.
That's your move, is it?
What? Oh, no.
Well, you touched it, you got to move it.
Oh, no way. I'm moving the bishop.
Dad, competition rules. If you touch a piece, you've got to move it, and if you move it, the move stands.
Not if I don't take my fingers off it.
Dad, that's a load of rubbish. That's a little kid's rule.
It is not. I've always played that way.
Since when?
Since I was a little kid.
Oh, come on, Dad. Fair's fair. Move the knight. That's the one you touched.
Simon, that is not fair. I was just explaining to Deborah that I
Don't
wasn't...
blame it on me.
Oh, look, Dad, you've always got an excuse, haven't you? No, we either play by the rules or not.
Simon, I am not going to sit here...
Time out.
What do you mean, time out?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Kelly, but as Simon's chief tactician, I want to talk with my boy.
Oh, all right.
Now, how we going then?
We're going fine.
Good. Keep doing what you're doing then. Okay. Time back on. Hold on. Oh, more time.
What now?
When you say we're going fine, does that mean we're winning?
Yes.
Good, keep doing more of what you're doing then. OK. Let the games commence. Gentlemen, start your engines. Hockey 1, hockey 2.
Nudge.
Yes, Mr. Kelly?
Hockey off.
Fair enough.
All right, Simon. I will move the knight, and I will still beat you.
Hey, Dad, who's winning?
Look, Jenny, this is a very complex game, and we're not even halfway. It's impossible to tell who is winning or who is losing.
So Simon's winning.
Yes, for the moment.
Hey, Dad, I've got an idea. How about I collect some termites and we inject them into his men?
No, it wouldn't work fast enough.
Trust me, Dad, by tomorrow morning we'll be playing a pile of sawdust.
Oh, by the way, Jen, I've got you a present.
Yeah, excellent. Where is it?
Come on, I'll lift it in your bedroom. Oh, how long are you two going to be out here for?
Oh, not long. Just a couple more moves, then we'll quit for the night.
What is it?
Oh, you'll love it because it's to do with nature. There, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, don't you love it?
I don't know. What does it do?
What do you mean, what does it do?
What does it kill?
Jenny, it doesn't kill anything. It just sits there looking beautiful.
What use is that? It won't last long.
Jenny, things don't have to kill and be violent.
Debbie, how have you survived this long? Don't you know anything about the world out there?
What do you mean?
It's a jungle. It's dog eat dog, plant eat fly.
Jenny, don't be so callous. There's got to be room for beauty.
Debbie, beauty is weak and the weak go to the wall. That's why the lion is the king of the jungle.
That's terrible.
It's nature's way, Deb. Just remember, real lions don't eat quiche.
Now, if I go here, he'll go there. But if I go there, he'll come all the way...
Dad, you were cheating.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't cheating. I was just studying the board, that's all.
You were going to move the pieces.
I was not.
Oh, Dad, I don't trust you. I'm not leaving here until you go to bed.
Oh, why should I do that? What's to stop you from moving a man after I've gone?
I'd never do a thing like that.
Ah, you say. All right, Simon, there's only one way to settle this game. We'll finish it here and now.
Morning, Mr. Kelly. Morning, everyone. Hello, is anyone here?
Hey, Nudge, what are you doing here?
Oh, look at this. How am I supposed to have second breakfast if they're still asleep?
Yeah, it's scandalous. It's always self with them, isn't it, Nudge?
Yeah.
Oh, I think this chess game's getting out of hand.
Yeah, they're really cranky at each other last night, weren't they?
Oh, that's nothing. You should have heard them at 4 o'clock this morning.
Well, the senior tactician, there's only one thing left to do.
What are you doing?
Trust me, I'm a tactician. Whack on the
Look at the board. Dad, did you write down the moves?
No, I thought you were doing it.
Oh.
Oh, well, that looks like the end of the game, doesn't it?
Well, who was winning?
I was.
Well, I guess it's a draw then.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I better go and start making some breakfast.
Nudge, what'd you do that for?
What did you do what for?
Oh, you made Dad knock over the board.
Nudge, are you mad? I was winning, I really was.
I know, that's why I did it.
But you're supposed to be my chief tactician.
Simon, this wasn't tactics, it was strategy. I mean, the way you were going, you're about to beat Mr. Kelly.
So?
So then it'd be months before he'd ever lend us the car again.
That's great thinking.
That's strategy.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, Jen?
I just wanted to say thanks for the plant. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's good to hear you say that. Didn't I tell you there was a place for beauty in nature?
Yeah, it's great.
So, where have you put it? Beside your bed?
No, next to Griselda.
Ah, so you can get the two extremes, beauty and violence together.
No, so it can lure down more flies for Griselda to mash. And boy, is it working.